This video is going to be for anybody thinking about possibly trying to grow an avocado. I'm going to caution you, they're like raising an extra child in the family, or kind of like driving a race car on a razor blade. You go a little bit too much one way, a little bit too much the other way, you're going to crash into a ditch and have some serious problems. But I did have one fun thing. I took off to, let me see if I can get this right, Las Vegas. So they are desperate for people over there. You could pretty much, you show up and they'll throw lobsters and steaks at you and everything just to get you to stick around. They're needing some revenue for sure, which was a fun trip. Went over there, hung out for a week, a little more, and came back a couple $1,000s ahead by playing the cards. So can't really complain about that. Fun win-win there. But while I was gone, I had somebody watch my avocados, and they weren't too familiar with this, so it had to be on the 110 degree for 4 days in a row stretch where we're like freaking the desert valley. So I'll just get on to showing you the damage here. So they didn't really water the first day and then tried to catch up to it, but you know, that's it, man. The damage is done. But where we are, this is my fuerte. I'm in the front yard here. Definitely seen better days here, but I think this one will bounce back. This one has been through some rough stuff. It seems to keep on pulling through. So yeah, problem here is they got dry, they got thirsty, and then they tried to make up for it later on and overwatered a bit too much. So then I had all the hay and alfalfa in here, and then they drowned it for 3 days afterwards, and that got started getting kind of moldy and funky, so I had to pull all that off. And I'm just gonna have to let these guys bounce back. There's all the alfalfa. I pulled it off of here too, because I think we're through the heat of the summer. This is my Pilkington, which has also seen better days. This was a fresh planting this year. It was doing okay. It was a little bumpy, but what really gets this spot into trouble, you guys see those leaves? This is a windy corner, and I think what really got me was, I'll show you, let me get out here a little bit more, is we had 110 degrees, and then we also had a whole bunch of wind. So what really gets me is where that car went right there. This street runs north-south, and we always get a north downward towards the south. So that street is like a 1/4 mile long, all hot concrete and asphalt, and that 110 degree air swept across that and just came and ripped down here and just put these guys in the hairdryer. For 4 days, these guys were probably getting winds that were just 120 degrees, just dried them out like crackers. So, you know, I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to water them, but since they don't have leaves, they can't really take up too much water, so I'm trying to kind of pace them to dry them out a little bit, gave them some garden floss, gave them a little fish emulsion for some nitrogen, and that's about all you can do. I think the Mexicola over here in my fuerte will bounce back. This Pinkerton, I don't know. It's starting to get some black tips here. I was hoping it would come back. I might have to start snipping some tips off. But yeah, the cherry trees doing great. If anything, they actually kind of loved that temperature. They just went crazy. They took off. So all 4 or 5 of the cherry trees are doing great that I planted. These peach pluot plums, I'll show you these guys over here. You can check the other video for the strains and the types or whatever, but they're all doing killer. I mean, I can't believe it. These things got planted this year. They're already as tall as I am. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm eyeball to eyeball with some of these things. That is my Weeping Santa Rosa. Over there is my 4-in-1 apple tree. And boy, the whole world's driving around today. That's the Spice Z, and that's my Flavor Grenade. But that's the damage on the avocados in the front yard. Let me go show you in the back where I think we've got a for sure casualty here. Now, if avocados were babies and they needed babysitting, these guys did a little bit better in the backyard because I've got this patio here. So, a good thing about one more replacement before the wave hit. This is a Jim Bacon, so if something in the front dies, I might stick that one over there. My Pinkerton doesn't make it. getting tired of growing replacements. This is my Fuerte, which was underneath the cover. Look at rough day in Riverside. And my brand new little knighted surprise. See that? Oh no, yeah, we called him Sir Duncan. That's right, Sir Duncan of the House Donut. We christened him, knighted him. He's doing okay. He's probably starting to get rooted and hang around. Little seedling's okay. This is my backup lamb hoss. Yeah, that's right, that one's the Fuerte. But these guys, everything just took a whooping here. The one nice thing is, this was my new reed that I planted, and it has done very well. I gave it some pretty good shade. This one had the shade cloth there, and then in the afternoon I put that little bit over there. Might have saved him, because all the hot sunlight comes in at an angle. So the reed's doing well. Back here in the backyard, the wind can't just come ripping right along, which is what got him on the front. You know, you don't get that super hair dryer blowtorch effect on the leaves. So these guys are doing okay. Plus, the back corner of this lot, they're growing a little bit slower because they don't get as much light, but on a day like that, it helps them because they're not getting sun scorched in full-blown sun. They get partial sun, partial shade all day long. So this is the lamb hoss. He's doing okay. And I'm going to move on and show you what I think is going to be the worst of the worst and the casualty here. Here is the Holiday. Now, one thing about the Holidays, he didn't get killed off during the heat only. That put the final nail in the coffin, but this ground cover kept getting watered, new plantings over here kept getting watered, everything kept getting watered. The sprinkler turned on and it was starting to water, and then this guy was just getting quadruple watered, and the day before the heat wave hit, the leaves dropped. So he was overwatered heading into this thing, couldn't take up the water, so that was not going to be a good deal when I left, and I knew it. But anyways, he has green, he looks like he has some buds. He's been given a big dose of garden foss, and I'm just letting him dry out as much as I possibly can. And I was letting the leaves kind of just dry up, shrivel up, if he can soak some nutrients back out of it. And I'm going to go in there probably after this video. I want to get this on the video, and then I'm going to cut off the branches. So, I don't know. Keep your fingers crossed on Holiday. If anybody has any hidden pearls of wisdom for that Holiday and my Pinkerton in the front. Yeah, I don't know. He's got massive sunshade because at this point there's no leaves, so what would be the point of the sun other than just to tear up the remaining branch structure? So I'll probably undo a little bit of that, but I'm hoping to see some buds and some sprouts before I open it up. But the little Cotto here has taken off. You can tell the Mexican genes in this guy. He's loving the heat. In the afternoon, these little stalks kind of bend over and then they pop back up again, and he goes to town. He's doing good. Between these two dwarfs, I will give you guys a tip here. As far as I know, these are the only two dwarf avocados, that Holiday and this little Cotto. If you're debating on which one of these dwarf avocados to get, on every conceivable point, the Cotto is better. It's tougher, it's hardier, it grows faster, it grows straight. This one flops all over the place, wants to lay on the ground like a bush. You have to keep constantly dragging it up. I don't know, it's just that one almost died when I didn't know what I was doing, and it rallied back around, beat off root rot, beat off a severe case of sun scorch, and go all the way back, and it has exploded. That has been the fastest growing one this whole entire year. It's kicking ass. Loving it. It's low maintenance. A Holiday, you have to nurse it, baby it. It's like having an extra child in the family. It's constantly needing attention. You have to cry and whine and take care of it. And I don't know. It's like sometimes I kind of think I don't want it to die, but if it does die, I might even be happier because it has been the weakest, most menacing one out of all of these guys. But it just started to come around this year. It just finally started waking up, which is what really sucks. But anyways, I think the only point that you give to the avocado is they say it has these big, fat, delicious tasting fruits, which is why we're doing this all in the end. So, you know, I don't know what the fruit tastes on either one of these, but that one's supposed to be more prized. But if anybody just wants a nice, easy avocado, I recommend a little Cado. So there you go, guys. There's the heat, rampage, destruction. Everything else in my whole yard has done okay. And the backyard, especially the front yard, just got waylaid by those hot, kind of almost like Santa Ana winds. But everything else has done fine. Even my blueberries under the shade over there did okay. But these damn avocados, man. I swear, I'm just about tempted to take a chainsaw out of these things to just get the frustration over with. It's like trying to raise 8 children on top of everything else. I never in my wildest dreams thought these things would be this much grief. So anyways, guys, if anybody has the magic bullet, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.